2026, the year of Lamentations. The weeping scenes. On that day that you plant, you see it grow, on the morning you sow, you see it bud but the branches wither away, on that day of sickness and mortal agony. Isaiah 17:11. For the heavens know how long, we have been planting and sowing our destitute destiny lacking truth and honesty toward God. We have camouflaged our spiritual intentions in rituals giving the conveyance of obedience and faith but lacking complete trust in Him. We have created a dismal society in which emotional dreariness engulf our daily lives, bringing about a sense of futility and in some cases a sense of defeat. Our wishes are craving for desires in the personal nature, ousting not only God's wishes and desires for all of humanity to align with His love and kind nature. Instead, we have sought to enact our ideals in which deity ideas prevails more often in our nature than God's, and we will soon become quickly a disheartened, discouraged, disdained society by the year 2026 under a dome of gloominess and depression characterized by a lack of hope. All of it stemmed from a period in late October's dismal season in the year 2024. It will be a season in which it will be as a form of getting rid of one's stable, powerful, steady mind to one in which our cognitive acuity all of a sudden go in various directions. The events that create this order of perplexity and mental chaos will be caused by the appearance of an unsuspected event in which it will bring about a sudden complete loss of courage or confidence in the face of the now realistic problems and the dangers it can bring in the years ahead. I agree with the scripture passage above. Life is an ending process in which we plant, sow, and harvest ideas and opportunities. Some opportunities are within our scope of secure outcomes and others are not. That is what lies ahead of us in the next 40 days from October 18, 2024 unto the Thanksgiving Day celebration. We, America, have entered a very not only critical but important period that warrants possessing a steady and faithful conscience, because by late night on November 5th, it will seem as the floor has caved in under America. I heard once from someone of great credibility to share this: you don't know what you don't know. And that will appear to be the period ahead of us. It will be a period as never experienced in America. It may become a period of disapproval, disputes, disrespect, disbelief, and such scornful times will bring about a disgraceful view from other nations. The question that remains is what can cause such a drastic shift in America at a time when all seems to be heading into a more placid and secured future? Uncertainty and unlikelihood. That's the whole truth of what I am about to share with you, given during a morning meditation. There is a mechanism of divine selection and implementation that we, humanity, often fail to take into account, and that is that we often fail to see God's purpose. As we march to the beat of a hopeful future, we often fail to consider that the opposite side of our dreams and hopes has the same weight or relevance. It has the same opportunity to succeed, and that is what we are currently failing to realize, that there is a much determined party or populace blinded by egotistic attitude and powerful mindset that can dislodge the presumptuous idea of a successful future. The unexpected election of our 45th president, Donald Trump, in 2016 is an example of such divine intervention. Now, the tables are turned. America has an unavoidable challenge of such proportion that can deter all aspirations for a better tomorrow, and a large size of the population has not even considered this to be a very imposing reality. Kamala Harris can rule this country for another 4 years. It is possible and very realistic, and that should make the hair on the back of your neck rise and warn of a pending surprise. Is there a reason for this possible outcome? And yes, there is a frightening thought that she could command the lives of over 230 million people when Americans find out she won the presidential election at any cost, whether honestly or deceitfully. Then, why am I bringing in such unwarranted reality? Because the message is very simple. In the year 2026, a major calamity will become apparent of such proportion that will bring chaos and loss of lives. The message and scene were sobering and distressful, to say the least. The poignant point in providing this message to you is this valid point for your consideration. It is just a simple one based on this question: who would you rather have at the helm of this nation when this calamity becomes the reality spoken? Would you think the left will be better than the right, or the right better than the left? That is the quandary we, as a nation, faces in the next few days. As of right now, this fact is absent from the minds of either population because personal interests of better days ahead are more desired than speculating the opposite. Yet, the outcome of this election will become a period of conversation in the year 2026 when, as predicted, a cataclysmic event of deadly proportion will occur in this beloved nation. Why have these events come about during this time? A simple answer is given: this nation has forgotten the reason it was founded and created. America was and is supposed to be the lighthouse to the world. America is supposed to have remained the pearl of God dreams, yet in the last years, we have become no more different that the children considered be the apple of his eye. We too, have disobeyed in more ways than one, and in such deviant nature our choices to be made on November 5, 2024 are not based from a contrite heart but from a heart that only sees greed, jealousy, and everlasting animosity, and as a rebellious child it must be brought to accountability. The choice in my assessment to make a wise decision is this one: who would you rather have in the year 2026 at the helm of this nation? Who would be the best leader with the wisdom, tenacity, and blessings from God to steer America through those defying days of sorrow, grief, and death? That choice rests in your hands. Remember, sand in the hourglass is running out fast, and of course, the message may be unpleasant as well as unbelievable to so many, but as always don't blame the messenger. The message has a vital argument. Your faith and belief in a greater being, God, the Father, request for his children to return to him before he closes the ark. Your future and the future of many others rests in your spiritual convictions and above all else, your love for this country. Ask yourself this question, as I have done many times since receiving the message: who of the two candidates can be beneficial for my children and grandchildren's safety and welfare in the event I am unable? That says it all. God keep us all wise and strong during these 40 tumultuous days. And so has the message been given, and it shall be. Pray for our country and for our children. It is no longer an option, it has become now a spiritual mandate. Namaste.